Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with another easy quilt block. We always start out assuming it will be easy. I'm quite sure it will be easy, but as to how it will look on the quilt board, I am clueless. But let's just give it a shot. We are going to start out by making like a wonky two-patch block like I've made in the past, and then we're going to use those wonky blocks to see what kind of a half-square triangle that will create. We will be making two blocks today. I will only use one. I will put the other one aside for a future video. So let's just get started. I cut two 9-inch squares. That's what this scrap fabric allowed. And to cut wonky blocks, we want our both sides facing up. Or if you plan on marking the fabric, then you want both sides facing down. I guess we'll do that. And we're just going to line them up. And then I have to decide, like, you know, how much of a wonky line that I want to use. You never want to get too close to the edge because after the seam allowance, you know, you want enough fabric there. So we could go, let's say, 2 inches in and 2 inches in. So I don't need to mark anything, but feel free to mark if you want, but I can see my line 2 inches in and down here 2 inches in, and I'm just going to cut along that line like that. And we're just going to flip this like this. So I'm going to sew these two together and the other two together. This is what we have. We have two matching, almost half-square triangle looking blocks, but they're wonky. It's more like my wonky two-patch that I made once upon a time. And we're going to turn these two together into two half-square triangles. But the thing is, since we only cut in one direction, the block is still 9 inches tall, but now it is only about 8.5 inches wide. So we have to trim it to be square. So that means, let's see, I gotta make sure. I'm going to say it's 8 1/4. So I'm going to trim it in this direction to 8 1/4. I have two choices. I can take it off all on one side, but I'd want to be consistent with that on all the blocks, or I could take part off each. I don't want to be doing that, so I'm just going to take it off all on one side, and I think I'm going to take it off the narrow side. I don't know why, but I just feel like doing that. So I want 8 1/4 this way. And actually, both ends have a narrow part. I guess I should have said the narrow part of the dark blue. So I will do the same thing here. This makes awesome scraps for your crumb pile. Now we need to decide how we want to put these two together to do the half-square triangles. And one way we can have an idea of how it will look, because we have a lot of options. So let's say if we have the blue on this side, and on this piece we put it, you know, with the blue on the other side. What you do is you do that, then you can even use your ruler, go corner to corner, and flip back. And that's what the block would look like. It would have just like a little bit of pink here, a lot of pink here. Kind of weird. Don't know if I like that. So now let's do this way and fold back. Now that gives us almost a typical half-square triangle look, except it would be wonky. But it's not enough. There's not enough going on there for me. How about this way? Kind of wonky, but the blue touching blue, a lot of pink. I don't like that either. I hope I like something. This is our last choice here. No, we're back to 2 normal. So I guess our only choice is, like, for me, my blue is on this side, and then I'm going to put the blue on the other side. So the blues are opposite of each other. And that's going to give us the one with blue here, blue, blue, and this little weird pink thing going on. I think that's what we're going to do. So now I'm going to draw my line, and I'm going to sew 1/4 inch on each side of that line. Now I just cut on the diagonal line, and I will press these open. And this is what we have. And for some reason, I was thinking we were going to end up with identical blocks, which is what I wanted, so I could put one aside and then just do stuff on the quilt board with the other one. But the blocks are different now. That's making me want to use both the blocks in the same quilt so we can see what we have for varieties. I don't know. I'm thinking that we might get some really funky quilts. But I even like that. But it does take me longer when I have two different blocks. So I really am going to try to keep it quick and simple and, try to limit myself. So you won't see all the designs that are possible, but I'll show you a good number of them. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember the quilting software that I use is not quilting software. It doesn't exist anymore. Old Printmaster. I don't know what I can recommend. What I'm using, I do it all by hand, so I don't recommend that. But please subscribe so you don't miss any future quilt blocks or anything else on my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!